Hey guys, this is Corey with Custom RV in Amarillo, Texas, and today I have another awesome new arrival to show you. This is the 2022 Forest River Cherokee Alpha Wolf, model 33BH. This particular triple slide, bath and a half bunkhouse travel trailer comes in at just under 7,900 pounds unloaded. So this is more of that 3/4 ton bunkhouse fifth wheel, although some newer half tons can still tow it. And we're going to do an interior and exterior walk around tour today, talk about some of the cool features such as the juice pack solar option, the outside kitchen, which is just perfect for this trailer, all of the space and storage and sleeping accommodations that you have, and we'll see what you think. Let me know down in the comment section below whether you like this trailer, what you would change, or if this isn't your cup of tea. So let's go ahead. We'll start on the inside with the slide outs closed. All right guys, so with the slide outs closed, if we come in here, you'll see that, well, as with many dual opposing slide trailers, you're not gonna get to much of anything. Now you can still get to the half bath, and we'll talk about that here in a little bit. But as you can see, you can't really get to the refrigerator. But if we open this bathroom door, it does open inward, so you can kind of do a sideways travel trailer two-step, and you can get back here to the bathroom and to the bedroom, which is very nice. So as far as a triple slide bunkhouse, I think this one's gonna pass because you can get to the bathroom. Now again, you can't get to the refrigerator, but the nice thing with this slide out being on the door side is if you have to stop on the side of the road, you can bump this out enough to get to the refrigerator to make a travel stop. So with the slide outs open, as you can see, if we kind of pan around here just a little bit, you notice you have the dual opposing slides, tons of space in here, which is very, very nice, especially for a bunkhouse. You know, you're gonna have a lot of people most likely in something like this, and it gives you enough room to kind of seat and, you know, give everybody a place to hang out if you're stuck inside on a rainy day. As we dive in here, your first thing you'll notice is in this slide out, you have a 2-bench booth dinette. And I know a lot of people would kind of prefer a U-dinette in this floor plan, but there's also some advantages for the 2-bench dinette. The common conception with a U-dinette is that you can seat 6 people around it, and really you can only seat about 4. This one will give you more room to seat 4 people than a common U-shaped dinette will, which is nice. And you can still set the whole family down, play a game of cards, eat a meal, things like that. If we look up here, you'll notice a ton of windows on the slide out here. Now this one does kind of lack in some campsite viewing windows, but these 3 here are still going to let in a ton of natural light. So much so that I had to pull the zebra shades down so the camera would cooperate. And as we come over here, you'll notice a little bit of carpet in the slide out. Alpha Wolf and Arctic Wolf, it is on their, or in their plan eventually to phase out the carpet. They've just had some other items they want to tackle first. So over here you have some options. This is the standard Jackknife Sofa, and this will turn out into an extra bed along with the booth dinette in case you need an extra guest or two. You can also, anywhere where there's a Jackknife Sofa in an Alpha Wolf, you can swap that out for a couple of theater seats. And I assume at some point we'll probably bring in a 33BH with the theater seats, but this one here does have the Jackknife Sofa. And there's a whole bunch of storage underneath that too that we'll take a look at here in just a little bit. If we look up top here, you'll notice that you do have some blue accent lighting. You can turn those off if you don't like them. I think they look pretty neat, and they're not over the top like they are in some trailers. They just give it a nice accent. Alpha Wolf does use a standard 15,000 BTU Coleman air conditioner. That's going to be a little bit quieter than the Dometic version of this. And also, you don't have to pay extra to swap out for the big air conditioner, which is kind of a nice thing. If we come back over here, directly across from the sofa, you do have your entertainment center. So TVs are an option in an Alpha Wolf. We have optioned this one with the 39-inch TV. So that will go right there. You can see you've got all your connections there. Handy USB plugs there too, by the way. And if we drop down, you'll notice your AM, FM, and Bluetooth stereo system. That does have a couple of face-mounted HDMI and USB ports, so if you want to hook up any extra devices, you can. And then down there below, you have the optional 5200 BTU electric space heating fireplace, which is basically just a big space heater. As we kind of spin back around this way, I'll kind of give you a preview of the kitchen from this direction. Tons of space for this trailer, which is very nice. If we look down at the floor, you'll notice that you have no heat vents in the floor at all. They're all going to be cabinet ducted heating in an Alpha Wolf and really an Arctic Wolf, which is the fifth wheel versions of these. And especially in a bunkhouse, that makes a lot of sense because, let's be honest, kids make messes all the time, and it's just going to save you a little bit of headache from having to clean out all the floor vents. If we come over here, I do want to mention that they do have a full viewing window in the door, which is a very nice touch. They did not have that for, well, they introduced it last year, and it's back again for this year. That's very nice. It gives you a little bit of campsite visibility on this floor plan. And then right here, you're going to have your control panel. So you've got, your thermostat, your juice pack voltage meter, which is basically like a gas tank or a gas gauge for your battery. And then you're going to have this control panel down here. Now this does everything that their control panel did last year. Lights, slide outs, water pump, water heater, tank levels, all that good stuff. But what's different for this year is you can Bluetooth this to your phone, and everything you can do on here, including turn on your propane side of your water heater and your water pump and see your tank levels, you can do from your phone now via the One Control app, which is a pretty cool feature. And it also has a motion sensor in there, so when you walk by, that'll light up. Alright guys, so with that being covered, I tell you, this has a deceptively good kitchen. It has a lot more storage than I think a lot of people realize. And let's go ahead now and we'll take a moment and look at all that storage. So I think the storage really starts right here by the entry door. And you're going to have a very nice coat closet. Or if you want to use this for kids or guest clothes, you can as well. Handy pocket down here for some extra things. Then you've got your breakers and fuses down there too, by the way. As we come past the control panel again, you have a nice pantry right here. This is nice and deep. And if we look back there, it goes all the way to the exterior wall. So you've got good storage there. Another little cubby hole down there as well. And then you're going to have two of these 40-inch deep mega drawers is what I call them, underneath the dinette. That is just a very, very nice extra addition. Now those are not on ball bearing drawer guides, and I understand why they did that, basically to keep them from sliding in and out during transit. And even the sofa, as I said previously, kind of gets in on the action. You have tons of storage underneath the sofa, which is very handy for some things you're not going to use every day, but you still want to have in here, like extra blankets, extra pillows, cases of water, soda, extra cases of soda and stuff. So that's very good storage, and I think that's an underrated quality of these Jackknife sofas. Not a lot of people think about that. As we come back over here, you are going to have the 10.7 cubic foot 12 volt compressor fridge. That is the only fridge option in the Alpha Wolves, and you can see that this one does have the juice pack. I'll talk a little bit more about that on the outside, but the juice pack is essentially a solar package that comes standard on these, and to help run this refrigerator and your lights and slide outs and things. And again, I'll touch on that a little bit more on the outside. But the nice thing about this refrigerator here is, number one, you can actually use this in transit. A lot of people don't realize that with a gas and electric absorption fridge, a lot of states are saying that you can't run that going down the road now. And so this one you can. Basically, it's just because the propane is kind of a fire hazard. It's actually the #1 cause of RV fires. And then the other nice thing is this will cool down in about an hour and a half versus overnight, like some of the gas electric refrigerators. And it only uses 3 amps of power once it's cooled down to temperature. If we look over here, you've got some good storage and good countertop space next to that stove. All of this is pressed membrane thermofoil style countertops. 3-burner cooktop with the glass cover, and you can also see that you do have the removable cutting board and backsplash up top there as well. Oven down below in case you want to do some baking. Now this is one area that I would really like to see them change. I wish this was on a strut, but that is good storage. Again, I would put a strut support on that as well. You've got your hood range and your microwave over here as well. And you'll also notice a couple of handy power outlets over there. That costs a little bit extra money to put them in the side of a laminated trailer, let alone in a slide out. So I like that they spend a little bit extra money there. You are going to have a 1-piece farm style sink. You're also going to have the hand sanitizer station as well as the high-rise industrial style spring-loaded style faucet. There's a couple of plugs in the face of that island too that I forgot to mention a little earlier. And then you have plenty of room down here for a waste basket or extra pots and pans space. Rounding out the kitchen here, you are going to have 3 full extension plywood box ball bearing drawer guided drawers. This top one here is kind of cool because it has your dividers for your silverware. So, as good as this kitchen is, I think it's really the bunkhouse that is the star of this show. And the reason I say that, #1, you're buying this for the bunkhouse, but also because it has a half bath. And let's go ahead, we'll jump back to the back there and take a look at both the half bath and the bunk room. Alright guys, so if we step back into the bunk area, you'll notice you have a nice true door to separate this off, not a curtain. And if we come in here, and pardon the how the camera went dark, this back window here kind of causes the camera to wash out. But anyways, so you have a flip-up bunk here that has a 250-pound capacity because it is a flip-up bunk. Nice extra cross breeze window down there. And if we look down here, you have another Jackknife Sofa. That will have storage underneath it, just like the one we talked about in the living area, which is nice. You're going to have lots of lights back here, some more of that accent lighting. And behind this door here, you, as you can see, you still have plenty of room, even with the door partially shut, to be able to sit down and do things like that. If we look up top, you do have 50 amp service on this trailer. That is an option. You can add a second air conditioner back here aftermarket if you would like. We can definitely do that here. It runs, in the neighborhood of $2,000 or so, I think, if I remember correctly. But that is a nice feature, especially since how long this trailer is. Now over here you do have what we affectionately call the big kid bunk. So if you have a taller kid, they can kind of sleep corner to corner. And then you have an extra little porthole, is what I like to call those. Household and USB outlets over there. And then you've got some cubby holes here. Cable and satellite if you want to let the kids bring a TV. And then, so you don't have to throw the kid up to this top bunk, you have a foldable ladder here as well. Now, the star of this bunk area is this little half bath you have back here. So you have an extra door here. You can get to this, as we talked about earlier, with the slide outs in. You've got a second viewing window. I would put a shade in that myself. If we look up top, you are going to have a max air fan up there. If we kind of step in here, you'll see you have a nice medicine cabinet. GFI protected outlet. You are also going to have a motion sensor light, so the kids don't have to turn on this big light when they use the facilities at night. Pretty decent sized sink. You are going to have a little bit of extra storage down there for some extra bathroom goodies. And then you have a porcelain foot flush lever toilet right there as well. And there's plenty of room around there, which is nice. And the two biggest things people look for in a bunkhouse is direct entry bathrooms and outside kitchens. And this one has both. And you hardly find that. You typically get one or the other. So alright guys, with that being said, let's go ahead now. We'll jump up to the front and take a look at the master bathroom. And then we'll round out with the master bedroom. Alright guys, so as we come into the bathroom, and we'll kind of walk through here, shut the door, and we'll start over here with the corner medicine cabinet. So you've got plenty of storage there. If we look down here, you have another motion sensor light, GFI protected outlet, another good sized sink with pressed membrane countertops. Back in here, there's not really storage, but I believe that's where your water pump is, if I remember correctly. Over here, you are going to have a nice neo-angle shower, which is a rare find in a bunkhouse. Typically, you get a travel trailer tub. And I like this because it's a lot bigger and it's a lot more functional than one of those little tubs. You can be upwards of 6'4", 6'5", and still shower in here comfortably because of the skylight. And that's a good placement on that skylight too. You are going to have another max air fan up top, as with all Cherokees. And then for a bunkhouse, this just has a ton of linen cabinet storage. So you've got just tons of space. You can use this for folded clothes for the kids, towels, whatever you want, which is very nice. You don't normally get this much storage in a bunkhouse main bathroom. And then lastly, you are going to have a porcelain foot flush lever toilet. Pocket door to separate off the master bedroom. And as we come in here, you'll notice you have a 60 by 74 camp queen bed. You could put in a real queen if you wanted to, but it would sacrifice your walk around ability. And I know a camp queen is going to be a deal breaker for some people, but if you think about it, you're not going to sleep like a 2x4, or most people don't. And most people kind of sleep on their sides. So really a true queen is a little better, but I think most people can make this work. So as we come in here, you are going to have cross breeze window on the left. The right one does not open, but it is a viewing window, which is nice. You are going to have household and USB outlets on both sides of the bed, as you can see there. You are going to have storage underneath the bed as well, hanging storage on both sides. And then you've got more of these doors that I would like to see with struts on them above the bed, but that is good storage. Lastly, if we look up top here, you do have a spot to mount a bedroom TV, should you wish to do that. So overall, guys, this is a pretty neat bunkhouse trailer. It's definitely one of my favorites, mainly just because of that back bunk room with the half bath there. But let me know what you think of this trailer down in the comment sections below. Let me know what you would change. Let me know what you like, what you don't like. With that being said, let's go ahead, jump onto the outside, do a quick walk around, and show the exterior features. Okay guys, so we're back on the outside of this 33BH by Alpha Wolf. So starting up front here, you do have a 3/4 fiberglass front cap. You do have some LED docking lights in there as well. Powered front tongue jack is standard. You're also going to have two 20-pound propane tanks. And then back here you are going to have a Group 27 series battery that's part of the juice pack. Now, speaking of the juice pack, this one has the 50-watt panel, which is part of the juice pack. And then we've optioned in the second 100-watt panel, giving you a total of 150 watts of solar. So that's really going to extend your boondock capabilities. Now, you'll still need a generator for your air conditioner, microwave, and outlets, but I think a lot of people are really going to like this new solar package options that they have. So as we come around here, you will notice you do have slam latch doors. They do have the magnetic holdbacks there. If we look in here, I absolutely love Alpha Wolf's pass-through storage. It's so clean and finished off, and not a lot of brands do that. In here, you've got a couple things going for you. You're going to have 2 motion sensor lights, 1 on each side. You also will have your 30 amp charge controller as part of the juice pack. And what that's going to do for you is it allows you to expand that up to 500 watts without having to redo the wiring or anything. And then down here you have your handy battery disconnect to kill all 12 volt power to the trailer. And again, as I said previously, you do have slam latches. You have the handy leash latch to tie up your fur babies, and then this one was optioned in with the power stabilizer jacks. So no more cranking, you just push a button and they come down. Now they're not leveling jacks, these are stabilizing jacks only. You still have to use boards under the tires to level it side to side, and the power front tongue jack to level it front to back. If we kind of back up here, pardon the sun, it is like in the worst possible spot today, but you have a nice 20-foot power awning that does cover both entry doors, which is very nice. And you do lose a little bit for this kitchen slide out, but that's only an 18 or 24 inch deep slide out, so it really doesn't take up that much room of your awning space. Right here you are going to have those really good looking black glass entry doors, large entry assist handle there, and if we look down you do have the MORryde step above steps. Those will flip up inside the door, have the adjustable feet, and are all around just an amazing option as a step. You're going to have good looking aluminum wheels, and if we look up right above those you do have outside speakers, cable outlet, and a 110 power source. And then if you want to bring the TV outside, you can. This bracket is the same bracket as the inside. You just pop the one off on the inside, bring it out here, put it up there, and you've got TV on the outside. That awning does have LED light strips in it as well, and let's see if I can knock back up into this barbed wire fence behind me. So as we kind of pan up, you'll notice you still have plenty of awning space there. As we come back here for the half bath, you are going to have a black tank flush for your second toilet tank. Not a lot of manufacturers will actually do that. They'll just give you one for the main bathroom. So I like that Alpha Wolf went ahead and did that. And again, you do have the same treatment back here. I wish they would have put a larger entry assist handle there, but I get it. And again, MORryde step above steps there. Now this outside kitchen is kind of based on they can't get the giant refrigerators, but I still really like this. Let me know what you think. Would you like them to keep it this way? So this has an ice maker, a normal size refrigerator, a plumbed in sink that goes into a real holding tank, extra little cabinet here. You're going to have a propane quick connect down below, which is right there, as you can see. Rear power stabilizer jack controls, and then you are going to have a nice extra drawer there too. All this is rolled steel, which is going to keep it from getting wet, or well, not getting wet, that's not the right term, rotting from water exposure. As we come back around here, and let's see if I can not hit this barbed wire fence, you have another optional piece of equipment. This has the 200-pound rated cargo rack. So that'll flip down. You can put a generator, cooler, some bikes, whatever you want on there. Spare tire carrier on that as well. And then you have the LCI Insight backup camera standard on these, which is a very cool feature and something a lot of people really like. Coming around over here, you have 2 slides on the off door side. In between these slide outs, you are going to have your 50 amp service connection right there. And then if we kind of peek in here just a little bit, you'll see that you have your rear black and gray tank dump for the half bath. Now the nice thing about this is you'll notice that big long handle. That is for the gate valve, and the gate valves are actually up underneath the enclosed and heated underbelly, which is a very nice feature. It's gonna give you a lot more extended season use. These also have 2-inch thick sidewalls like a big Montana or Hemisphere fifth wheel, and They also have a PVC roof that has a 20-year warranty for defects, which is just amazing. As we come up in front of the main slide out, right here is where your other tank dumps are. Nice and easy to get to. If we take a look up underneath, you'll notice that you have a fully enclosed and heated underbelly. And notice that even on your fresh tank, you have a gate valve, not that little twisty cap that takes 45 minutes to drain the fresh tank. This will drain the tank in about 5 to 10 minutes, which is nice. And then right here is all your hookups. So you have a handy light, black tank flush, outside shower, freshwater, city water, cable satellite, all that good stuff. The back side of your water heater, that's 6-gallon gas and electric with DSI spark ignition, and the back side of your furnace. And then here's the other side of your pass-through. Again, you still have that magnetic holdback. So, all right, guys, that's going to wrap it up for the 2022 Alpha Wolf Model 33BH. If you're interested in this travel trailer and you would like pricing and availability, I'll post a link down in our in the description box to our website where you can check that anytime without necessarily having to talk to a salesperson. If you want, you can also give us a call at 806-335-2336. You can also post any questions down in the comment section below, or you can send us an email at contact@custom-rv.com. As always, guys, we don't do any hidden dealer fees at Custom RV, and we know that RVs are made for women, so men can go camping. Real quick before you leave, if you could do me a favor, hit that like button down below and hit that subscribe and notification bell. We would really appreciate that, and it really helps us with the YouTube algorithm, and it helps you keep up to date with all of our new content that we have coming out for you. Again, guys, we thank you very much for watching. We hope that you enjoyed. We hope to see you out on our lot very soon, and have a wonderful rest of your day.